Okay, Lightburn Basics 2. What we've got over here is bowline and weld. Right, I'll do some images. Now when they're the same colour, they overlap, and if you were to look at that, it's not going to engrave that red part there. But if I had this in a different colour, change that to blue, it is going to engrave it, but if you go and have a look at it, it's actually going to be a double in the middle. I'll turn off output on the black, and you can see it would have been the whole circle, sorry, the whole ellipse. And I'll turn that back on. So over here you've got output, so it's not going to do the laser engrave on the black, only on the blue, and you can also take it away so it doesn't show as well. I'll take that back to black. Now if I click on the bowline, well actually I have to highlight both of them, click on the bowline, it's now combined this into one image. I'll just undo that. Then I've got one here where I can subtract, and it's taken away the left side. I'll undo that, and I'll do it again, and it's taken away the right side. Undo, left side, undo, right side. I can't find a different way of doing that. Also, you can click on this one here and it will only take the center part. Undo. And if you've got three things, the top one will weld them. Well, you've got to highlight them. Highlight them all. The top one here will weld them all together. So that's quite a good feature. Right, next we're going to do a practical application of the bowline. So I'm going to go text and I'm going to create a bit of a logo. Now to do this I'm going to have to keep them all separate. Go to the cursor, align these, I'll get them a bit closer. Align them again, and I'm going to move them with the arrow key that I set up in Basics 1, Lightburn Basics 1, where we had them moving with the arrow key at 0.1mm increments. That looks okay. Double check they're aligned. Now I'm going to do the bowline or weld to combine them together. And I've created a bit of a logo. Awesome. Okay, next we're going to combine some images that we import with the bowline function. So import. We'll just scale these up a little bit. Do the image trace. Right, mouse click, trace image. That looks good. Delete the originals. And I'm going to do the bowling. So that's quite interesting. I'll undo that one and I'll try the subtract. And if I undo that, that doesn't look very good. Undo and subtract again, and that does look good. So that actually looks pretty cool. So another good feature with the bowling. Right, we'll delete those. Next we're going to import an image that we're going to modify so we can have more controlled laser engraving. Let's see what that looks like. So it's okay, looks pretty cool. So that one is going to work. But what we're going to do is take some different parts of it. So we'll do an image trace of different parts. Trace image, adjust it on this bar, and we'll take the bottom one. That looks good. Okay. Image trace. We'll do the next one down, and we'll do one more. Trying to get the best I can. Trace image. I'll do that one there. Okay. Take that one and delete it. This one, and we'll change it to line, and we'll fix this up. So what you need to do is ungroup it, because we can't go to the vertex points or the nodes. So I'll ungroup it, and we can adjust this. So I'll go back to the cursor, it's ungrouped, I can delete these straight away. So if you press down the wheel, you can move it. Now go to the vertex points, and we can delete, D for delete over the line, undo that one, roll the mouse wheel, go back to the cursor, select that one, delete it, vertex points again or nodes, and we're just going to join up the points of this mountain. Pencil tool, it should snap to it, and snaps again, snap, finish it, click on just that one, nodes, and we'll smooth it off. S for smooth, so we'll do it like the points. And hopefully this will snap in. Yep, that snapped in. We'll just adjust that one. Yeah, that's all linked together. We're going to change the colour of these. Blue, red, this is just going to be engraving orders. We'll change everything to line. Now I'm going to go through a process, because if we have all these together, yes, we can laser engrave them. Like that. And we could fill them, but if we do that, it's just going to double and triple laser engraved parts. So we have to take sections out. So I'll do this in stages, but not show the whole process because it's going to take too long. But what we need to do is separate these off. So I'll just start one, so we're going to go to the nodes. So that has to be ungrouped. And I'm going to delete, D for delete, parts of the lines, so that then I can copy things. So that mountain, top of that mountain range will stay the same. That's the base. This one here, delete those. I'm going to have to copy that, Control C, wherever I put the cursor, Control V, because I'm going to need two of these. I'm going to have to attach this one. That was the top one. And I think that goes about there, but we're going to line it in. I'm going to end up making this a closed shape. Then I'll do the rest with the others. So I'm going to zoom in on that. Click on that one. That's got problems just there. Vertex points. That's way better. I'm going to line these two up. Align to the left. And I'm going to join them up. I'll change the colour of them all. Change that to red. Fill it in. That's not showing it as fill because it's not joined together. So red's on fill. 4 shapes were set to fill but weren't closed. So showing me it's this one here, so I need to fix it so it can fill in so it can laser engrave it. So I'm going to zoom in, change it to the vertex points. Now they have to be the same colour for this to work properly, and they should snap in. That one worked. That's gone to vertex points, that one's worked. Now it's full. So if I go in here, all's good. Now I'm going to proceed to do that to the other ones and blend them together. I'll be back soon. Okay, now I've finished that process. Now I'm going to position it so it all blends in, all lines up. So I'll align them all to the left first. I'm going to move these into position. Actually, I'll move them in roughly first because I've got them on that 0.1mm increments. And I'll do that in a minute. That snapped into something, but I don't want that. Bring that up, straight up. You can zoom in really close. That's us. Zoom out. Click on the blue one. Perfect. And that's done. That's another thing you can do. A little bit time consuming. Right, we'll delete this. Right, next up, import an image that you've drawn and then scanned. Import. Open. Make it a bit bigger. Now you can rotate this. Up here's rotation. So I'm going to go -90. So that looks good. Now first I have to do a trace image. Trace image. It looks good. Okay. Delete the original. So this needs a bit of tidying up. So I will ungroup it. I'll click on it first. So you can't do the vertex points when it's grouped. So ungroup. Make it line. And you can pick on things. I'll just do one tiny little bit. Right, click on something, vertex points, and you can tidy things up. Make this a sharp corner, insert a vertex point, make that a line, alpha line. I'll delete that node. Okay, that didn't work, let's just bring it down. Yeah, so you spend a bit of time tidying it up, making it look good. And then you can group bits again. You could group individual bits. Or you can group the whole thing. Fill. Okay, I think we've done most of the things up here except the Mira Tools. The only real one I use are these two. So you can have a drawing or part of a drawing, and if you want to mirror it, it's easier than trying to draw it in the opposite. So for instance, if you had the D and you wanted to mirror that, it's much easier to just do a mirror of it. So I'll do a Control C first, Control V and paste it, and then just click on that and do a mirror. Align the tools, align, Control C, Control V. The other thing that we can do, which we haven't covered, is distribute. And those are up here. Align first, distribute horizontally. Cool. Okay, you can do that sort of thing. So it's a different range of things. So main one's probably distribute horizontally and distribute vertically with even spaces. So that's pretty effective. And again, if I just stretch this one, made it further, align, and it's distributed them perfectly. Now another important feature that we have in Lightburn is based around the basic shapes you've got there. So drawing a square, rectangle, ellipse or circle. At the moment, there's not much you can do to it to change the shape from being a square, etc., or being an ellipse, unless you go into Edit, you go Convert to Path, and you click on the vertex points or the nodes, and now you do have control. You can adjust it. You can smooth it as before. You can add new points. I for insert. Same with the ellipse or circle, so I'll get off that to the cursor, click on this one, edit, convert to path, go to the nodes or vertex points, and again I've got lots of control. Made a bit of a beanbag sort of thing there. So that's another great feature that is easy to use. I think we've pretty much got most of the basics. Thank you very much for watching.